Is Daredevil Born Again going to be violent? The answer is yes, but just how violent and what exactly are they doing with the series? Well, that's what we're going to talk about because we got some answers directly from the people that worked on the series, so prepare for Daredevil Brutality. Do you like violence? Do you like Marvel? Do you like violent Marvel? Well, if the answer to all three of those questions is yes, well, good news for you because violence is going to be at the center of Daredevil Born Again when it's called for, because a lot of people are missing that point. So this comes at us from showrunner of Daredevil Born Again, aka Dario Scardipan, who was recently talking about how they're amping up the violence to a level that Disney has never done on Disney Plus. And he specifically talked about how in Daredevil on Netflix, there was violence, but again, they were limited by constraints, the budget, and specific things. And when they decided to run back the show during the failed development stage of the first iteration, they went back and looked at it and looked at what made Daredevil great. And a lot of people said, well, when Daredevil is fighting, there's got to be violence. So one thing they wanted at the core of this series was to make sure when you see violence, you're going to understand that this is another level. And I think we can see that in the trailers and everything we've seen so far. Like, there's bones breaking and snapping, they're showing it. He said that this is just the start. There's going to be a lot going on. There's going to be some scenes that are truly on another level. There's going to be blood, more than we've seen before. And that it's not like anything else that they've done. Now, I think to date, like the most violent thing that they've done is probably in Echo, maybe something like that. Obviously, ABC Disney did produce the Netflix series. They produced Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which had some pretty brutal, probably like the most disturbing shot we've seen in Marvel yet, which was that brain operation shot while he's awake of Agent Coulson. Still pretty haunting. And if you look at Daredevil Born Again, we can see that they understand that the Daredevil comics were violent when it needs to be there. And he even said that this is as far as they've ever pushed violence for Disney, and they were never held back. So I think we could see that they definitely understand what they got here and didn't want to sacrifice anything. And I think that's good. They understood that Daredevil needed to amp it up since we last saw him, and that at their core, they were going to have to push the limits. And he even says it wasn't as violent up until the reinvention of the series, and that when you see the violence, there's a reason for it. It's not just violence for the sake of violence. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will. And if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching and have a good one.